Hello, hello, Tia. Well, I'm not suffering much, I gotta say. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a wait, but, you know. I didn't take it that bad. Is it? How are you doing? Let me... Let me hit you with the one. The only. The Shadow Eye. So my issue is that with wilds behind the corner, okay, could be better, yeah. He told me there is a bunch of snow you have to deal with and upgrading the PC too, so I getcha. But yeah, like I was saying, with wilds behind the corner, I kinda don't want to risk burning myself out by playing for you. So apart from weekend streams, I'm not gonna be playing Monster Hunter. Just these weeks until, you know, Wilds releases. I decided this plan so I can kinda play something else currently and just keep my mind out of Monster Hunter. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the base. So there have been a few things happening because I'm not really taking this as a series, so I'm not showing everything I do. I play in between streams and so on. Minecraft is a game I can crack for like 30 minutes and don't feel like I can't do anything, you know. Monster Hunter takes a bit longer, so. Namely, I think all of this energy production wasn't around. This thing was, which makes lava. What else do we have? We have an infinite cobble maker from a mod called Claimium. We have some mechanism energy generation via lava. It sucks. And then we are using some combined mods to make a bunch of steam and use the steam to make power. We are using factorization, which is a mod only present in this version of Minecraft. And basically we are using a water boiler which automatically grabs water from below, and then we use mirrors to heat it up with sunlight. So we make steam. The steam flows through here, goes through these two steam dynamos which are making power for us. Oh, that's silly. And also we are using a steam whirligig, which is a thing from factorization, with a charge generator to charge up this Leyden jar. Which, as I said before, a Leyden jar is like the first actual battery we ever designed. Well, the first capacitor, technically. We made batteries before, but we didn't know they were batteries. And this is gonna be... I'm setting up a place to do applied energistics. Namely the wall controller thing. How is it going in Helldivers? I heard Sony, well, Capcom extended the Monster Hunter's demo by one day because they knew that PSN was down, so they wanted to give more time, well, first and foremost to PSN people, but pretty much everybody. They gave more time to people for the demo. Gay Rat Generator Box, which one? I'd love to have a Gay Rat Generator Box. I want to prepare the controller area. Let me go to the quarrying place and grab some blocks. Also, I kind of want to give the place a nice look. So we might go for some sort of cobble. What can we do with limestone? Rainbow box? Ah, yeah, the controller, yes. This is biopsy plant. Jeez. Magnetic craft. Can make bricks. I can make tiles. What can I do with burnt limestone? Not too much, actually. I'm trying to decide what I want for my flooring, etc. Good, I'm doing very well with quartz. I need to grab more nether quartz, actually, eventually. Also, something I didn't have before is this query from MCI Craft. MCI Craft is a mod that exists only in 1.7. Last updated was like 2015, so 10 years ago. And I discovered this mod while I was looking for another mods tutorial. The only thing I found was some sort of German... Why is it so slow at cutting? Is the water actually affecting the digging speed? Anyway, so this server was like a German server full of German people with very German accent, but they were trying to explain the mods in English. And somehow there was this mod that I saw which added stuff like LCD screens. You can actually program in game. It's very basic programming, namely like hashtags for the colors and fonts and so on. But you get to have access to LCD screens. Thing is that that mod actually uses a lot of things. It has these moles, kind of like the one that makes tunnels in a line and makes the mineshaft thing I showed before. This one pretty much just queries the entire chunk. If it touches one block of bedrock, it stops though, so I had to mine that bedrock there. It's kinda... it runs relatively cheap. Like, I can use these generators that don't give too much power and make it only out of lava. So I'm not consuming anything to make this thing run. And you know, it digs. Let's see how much it is dug. It's not the fastest thing ever. Yeah, see? It has dug a lot regardless. Anyway, I kind of want some sort of block that's kind of like stone or whatever. So, opal would be funny. Basalt could be good. Quarried stone. Can you make something out of quarried stone? Yes, you can actually. You can make quarried stone lanterns. You can make it fitted. You can make a quarried block, which is smelting a quarried stone. Okay, I can see. We also have marble. We have a fuck ton of marble from Chisel. I really like the marble from Geostrata though. Oh man, the ornate one though. This is from Project Red. How do you make this? You can use Chisel Marble or Project Red Marble. Okay. What can you do with Project Red Marble? Only bricks. Okay. We might go for... I need to... Purpose whatever drag dodge a bit. Because it's just... Man, that's kinda me. Yesterday I had a terrible last day. Because we... it's a bit long to explain, but I might go into it if you are interested to know. it's some work-related stuff with colleagues, but it needs a bit of setting up to understand, I think. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I just suck at synthesizing. Anyway, so normal stone I don't care about. This granite, I care about granite cobblestone. Sure. Okay, so basically, we are a small team. We have our boss who mostly does like meetings with other people in the business place, and he makes like buying orders, etc. But doesn't actually do any activities. Then we have me, my coworker, who got there first, I think. I mean, he got after me because yeah, he got after me in the place. Then there is a woman who's in another area. She's still part of our department, but she does different things. We do mostly like physical measurement, namely electricity, heat, torque, speed, all of that. She just does dimensional, namely calipers, micrometers, measuring stuff, but like distances mostly like very fine amounts, very small things like 10, 30 millimeters and so on. And so basically she got a new coworker because we needed a fourth person, and there is a third guy with us, so we are like 5 people plus our boss. That would be 6. Since her and the newest coworker are kinda stuck down there, and the third coworker we have with us, he's not that great, my boss decided, you know what, we should just bring him to the place where the other two are, and make the 2 of them just go with us, so they learn physical measurement and so on. Issue is that she doesn't understand shit, and she tries to tease people, she tries to look cool, etc., while she can do shit. And her coworker is like he should be knowing stuff, but it doesn't really take the initiative or anything like that. He's older than us, by the way. Like, he worked already in metrology and so on, but he just doesn't try to, make himself look valid and so on. Like, if you are in a trouble, unless you ask him, he won't tell, oh, do you need a hand or something. Regardless, so you were working on a test bench yesterday, and for whatever reason it's kind of badly designed, so it's very easy to press the emergency buttons. There are a few of them around it. And while I was doing some I was mounting some interfaces on the bench, I actually pressed one of the emergency buttons, and that somehow tripped a breaker inside of the electrical box. But we didn't see that because we were trying to like we noticed that the PC wouldn't start. Like, there is a this test bench has a PC associated with it, and the PC wouldn't start. So we were like, scratching our heads, trying different things. I ended up understanding that somehow the entire outlets that were powering a few things inside of the bench weren't powered. So she was like completely going, oh, you did a fucking wacky, haha, now everybody's gonna be mad and shit, etc, etc. The boss came, he couldn't find the reason, etc. Then finally the first coworker I have went like, oh, I know that sometimes maintenance presses that button, maybe that's the reason. And, that worked, so that was the reason. But she brought zero, like, help to all of this. Like, she was just pretty much being a shitlord. And none of them were, like, calling her out on it, so I just got so fucking mad. You have no idea. Like, you ain't being useful in the first place, so why didn't you shut the fuck up, right? If you were useful, or, if you at least try to help solve the problem, I would get it. But you didn't. But she didn't. So could you politely shut the fuck up or something? Like... yeah, none of the colleagues calling her out on that just made me pissed off beyond belief. So only one of them and my boss knows that tomorrow I'm not gonna be there. I'm just gonna be doing my errands instead. Fuck you. They are gonna be busy doing some very annoying things to do. Fuck them. Straight up. You don't respect me, I don't respect your needs. Go fuck yourself. It's rather funny because she acts like that despite me being like technically the person with the most experience between us, without considering my boss, because my boss is like a fucking Castlevania vampire, like 700 years old or whatever. So I'm literally just after him with experience, and she acts like she's hot shit while all she knows is like calipers and shit. Bitch, everybody knows how to measure with a block, with a test block. Like, man. So yeah, that's kinda... That was kinda my day yesterday. Where the fuck did they get asbestos from? Asbestos or? I don't want to have asbestos around me. What the fuck, man? And I can't wait to get cancer in 30 years. Yeah, I mean, if it's the boss saying, oh, I want you to do things like that, yeah, it's a dick move, but he is technically the boss, so despite me disagreeing, I'm like, sure, whatever, man, like, you know, you're the boss or something, it's gonna suck, it's not gonna work, but, you know, I might just point it out to you or your boss, because they actually, they are very toward, yeah. Yeah. Oh, why didn't you do it in time? Because, bitch, I only have 2 hands and 1 body, my guy. There is only 8 hours on my work day on the clock. Or, I don't know, 9. I think it would be 8 hours for you too. But still. I don't know. I don't get, like... yeah. Even in my business place, maybe in my workplace, they explicitly want you to go to your manager if... yeah, I bet. That stuff takes time. It's not one report, it's gonna be like several reports, and eventually it's gonna change something. But yeah, in my company, they really want you to speak up, etc. Like, if you have trouble with some boss, you should go to your boss and talk about it, or if it doesn't work, to go to your boss's boss. Since it's a very competitive internally company, because, you know, hard Americans and so on, they kinda push for that quite a bit. Which, you know, I like it, honestly. Like, you should be accountable if you're a boss. That doesn't make you immune to anything. Sure, if you're like the first person that just joined in and you disagree with your boss, maybe. I mean, more likely than maybe they know better than you. But if you've been there for a while and you understand, like, schedules, etc., and they go like, oh no, you should do this. It's man. Like he lately has been trying to make us run like headless chickens because like, oh no, this thing is a priority, this thing is a priority, but also this thing is a priority. And then he's like, oh, but there should be like this thing that needs to be checked and so on. And you're like, my guy, I only have so much time in my day. And I don't really plan to stay any longer than necessary. Unless like it's a fucking emergency. Overtime is paid, but overtime, like, I don't think that any amount of money would pay for overtime, honestly. I feel like already I would rather... Like, I already feel like the money I get paid doesn't equal to the amount of pretty much days I'm losing. But I don't mind that too much because if I didn't have a job, apart from the money side, I would be so depressed because I would have to find something to do. I really need to do something, else I kinda feel like shit. Yeah, look at me, I'm in a hopper. Anyway, so I definitely need a job to keep my mind busy, but man, I'm like giving away 10-ish hours a day of my life, considering also travel. So it's still time I could have used to do something. So I heard there is a thing called a furnace heater from factorization. Oh, it's actually rather inexpensive, just a bunch of fucking lead. Okay, no, that's great actually. Let's make some lead then. Let me go to the quarrying area and grab some lead. Tungsten, cassiterite, that's tin. Nickel, schist. Schist. Indium, uranium, uranium. Uranus, what? Scheiße. Beryllium, tungsten. Lead. There we go. I can grab a stack, honestly. I need to grab a few pieces of clay. I'm gonna grab 3 of them. Ah, shit. Come on, please. Like, I'm fine with the current proposition of time per pay, but I definitely... Like, I'm not a person that thinks that I should be spending overtime at work to look cool, etc. I'm of the idea that you are paid for, like, you're paid normally for 8 hours. If you go over 8 hours, you are technically costing the business place more. So you staying there but achieving the same job is just a waste on both ends, because they are wasting money, which I don't care about, by the way. But also you are wasting time, so you might as well just do your job in the time you are, you know, meant to invest. You won't always be able to, because of course, I mean, that's besides the point. But I hate those people that come to the, like, we have some people in this place that like come to work late because they can. I mean, they are allowed to. They have like flexible entry times, etc. They enter at like 9 and they stay there until 6 p.m. Like, what are you doing? Like, I enter at 7:30 or so, and I leave by 4:30 always. I pretty much am doing the same amount of hours as them, but they act like they're looking cool because they are staying extra. No, you're not. You probably didn't even begin work until 10, like, what are you talking about? You're being less productive for the business place than me, technically speaking. Not that I care about Level 4. I just find it silly when people go like, oh, but I stay so much time, you know? And they send you emails at a very late hour just to... so they can kind of look cool when somebody else reads the email. Because like, oh, see, I have sent you an email at 6 p.m. That means I was around at 6 p.m., you know? That must mean something. Okay, so this should be heating up the furnace in theory. Let me try with some limestone cobblestone. Oh damn, it's working rather well actually. So at the low price of literally nothing, I mean it's silver. This is 8, 16, 32, no sorry, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72. But you can divide by 2 because of the smelter, it gives you double. So 36 silver ore and some lead may let me make this. And now I'm pretty much just, you know. Oh, is this faster than a normal furnace, by the way? It feels a smidgen faster. Can I chisel this? Yes, I can actually. I don't know if there is people at your workplace that act like that, you know. They come in, stay extra late just to look cool and shit like that. But in reality, they're just pretty much sense. Fuck's sake. I need to make a silky jewel. A silky cloth is just aluminum brass and strings. And silky jewels are 4 of them and some emerald. I should make a new pickaxe and make it Silk Touch. Silk Touch is very important. Anyway, so yes, but I'm pretty own business, so we get all the stuff for it. We own business, so we get. Sorry, what does that mean? I might be stupid, you know. Double time pay. Sounds good. I mean, so if you stay overtime in my workplace, you get paid the overtime hours, and since it works like this in Italy, you get a 25% increase. If you go over an extra amount of hours, it's not double, it's like 125%. If you go over an X amount of time, you get another 50%, and if you do Saturdays, you're always guaranteed a 50%. Also, nighttime hours. Let's say you work night shifts, then yeah, you get an increase additional. Thing is that in the end it doesn't really matter because you always get taxed at fucking 30% anyway, so You can accrue all of the overtime you want. You still won't get paid shit. So 81. That's what is it? $45. Damn, lucky you. $21. $45. Should I make a randomized calculator? Let's cobble. So calculator assembly is 4 buttons. So I I need to do some calcs, but I would be paid. Fuck. If this calculator actually calculates something, I will show you. I love this pocket crafting table, it's so good. Calculator assembly we made. Then we need 2 more buttons or 2 more stone. Then I need a piece of redstone, I think. I think this should make a screen. Yes, it does. Then what is it? Just 2 buttons or whatever. Does this thing work? Not enough energy. How the fuck am I supposed to charge it? Well, this shit isn't gonna work. Oh, this calculator isn't actually a calculator. God fucking damn it. Actually, let me grab a clipboard. We have clipboards for one reason. So I vaguely remember I make 25k a year. That's before taxes. I think that amount got increased, but let's say 25k because it's a round amount and it's not that far away from what I more or less gain. So 25k we have to divide between 12 months, so 25 year. You have to divide by 12, so that's like 2 point something per year. So we have kinda 2,000 per year, but that's not technically true. Because that would be 24k, there's still 1k missing. 1 divided by 12, that's a bit annoying. It's like around 2,080 per month-ish. So that would be what I currently earn per month. That's before taxes. Taxes are like 30%-ish. So more or less I'm gaining like around Well, now I'm getting way more. I'm getting like around 170. Because my monthly has been increased, but you know, technically my yearly has been increased. Now I get like, fuck. I think it's like 2000 and that's kind of like that, so by 10... so by 10 that would be 2 to 500, and then you have to add 50 and 50, that's 100, 4, 9, that's 0. And then it's like around 26 to 27k, whatever. I think it's around like actually 25%. Anyway, let's say I gain 2 to 50, so that's like 40 hours per month. No, what the fuck am I saying? That's 40 per week, because that's 8 hours a day. So that's like times 5, 40 week, times 4. Well, you can say there is like 20 days, so I'm using 160 hours. So if you calculate 2250 divided by 160, that means I'm earning 14 euro hour. That looks terrible. Okay, that's kind of what I'm earning currently before taxes, which I have no shame in showing around or stuff. You know, it's a job. It pays better than most jobs in Italy, unless you're doing like some high level job. Because in Italy there is a very bad culture towards 40 a month, 120 euro. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, there is a very bad culture in Italy where people should be paid even fucking less than possible. Like, you have some jobs that make you work 6 days a week and they give you like 600 to 700 bucks. Because they try to pretty much like abuse people in this country. So this job being from a corporation which is not Italian means you actually get paid what you should be paid. Still low compared to most other people in Germany gain more or less 2 to 3 times my amount for the same position. Anyway, so if I do overtime, that would be 25% extra. So 14 of 25. Let's say it's 12. That would be 3. So I'm earning close to like a 17.67 ish per hour with overtime. So basically, me on overtime, I'm earning less than you on normal hour. Unless you make that kind of amount of an overtime. Mind you, there is a bit of conversion between euro and dollar, but it's usually like 10% increase towards dollar, so I would be earning like what? 18 bucks? We are kind of similar on that level. This is all before taxes, by the way, because that's how it works in Italy. Like they only tell you the compensation before taxes. And mind you, in Italy, there is this very funny thing where I'm like, I feel I can be close to 30k before taxes. And depending, I don't know if you should live in Manhattan or New York, right? I mean, close to that area. I know for a fact things are expensive as shit there. Unless you are in some bunk-ass place inside of that area, but I doubt. 45 minus 21 equals 33. So I should be going 23, 13 blocks ahead? No, 12 blocks ahead. So 45 minus 2 in New York, but not there. I see. That would be 33. I need to go at 33 and that should be the center. You're in a college town. What's a college town? Is it a town for where there is a bunch of colleges, or? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Six. Ah, fuck's sake. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Towns is built around. Is that a good idea? 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I expect colleges are expensive, so maybe they have the money. Get fucked. Get absolutely cam dumpstered, my dude. I love bots getting just literally slapped behind their ears. Nightbot, you're doing me a service. Yeah. I see. So the town I go to work to is like one of the biggest ones in Italy. The economy is mostly centered around the several business places there, but also Italy I feel is a very person like economic system. So you kind of have a bunch of like little shops still thriving, selling things to people, because you can traverse my city very easily by using public transport and so on. Many utilities like stores, etc. Absolutely. Many utilities and stores are literally something you can go to by walking 10 to 15 minutes. For example, I can leave my workplace, go to the gym on foot, takes me like 12 minutes or so. There is a bunch of like bakeries along the way, there is several bars, there are many stores that sell kinda anything, from groceries to electronics to PC stuff and so on, clothes, a bunch of clothing stores. So the economy of the city is way fragmented because it's not relying on a specific thing. Because relying on one thing is a quick way to be completely ass blasted when something fails, I feel. Definitely over relying on one type of economy can be disastrous. especially if that thing stops to be a very important thing. Like, you know, some cities, for example, were like mostly made rich by local mines, etc. The moment your mines stop to, you know, yield anything worth, your city pretty much is dead. Meanwhile, if you center your city around people and their needs, most needs are forever. Like, you know, food, buying shit, clothing stores. You are kinda always gonna have those. They might be not giving you the hugest returns compared to like a coal mine or whatever, but you know for a fact that kind of city can be sustained kinda forever. So this controller has to stay here. I kinda want to put here the access to it. But I need to power this controller. I need actually another set of controllers. And I need to power those controllers too. I want to make a second controller. Well, let's just do it. I don't need another one for now. Okay, so this is gonna be the controller that handles everything, more or less. This controller is gonna send the things. Okay, so we decided that we want 2 sets of rails. So one away from each other, so something like this. So this is gonna be our applied logistics line. I got to say that this limestone texture is fucking with me on a personal level. Why is there a hole? Alright. Well, that pipe needs to be moved. And then we have our energy line, which is probably gonna become a logistic power line eventually. Because logistic pipes can kinda supply anything, so. There should be a power line around here. There we go. So this is where our power line is gonna go through. This is where the logistic line is going to go through. And of course I'm fully expecting logistic pipes to come on this side too. And of course there will be some intersection. I don't know if we want to put it all below the ground, if we want to go above the ground. Above is interesting because I have done like several above structures. Let's stick on below for now, we'll see later. So if this is gonna be our logistic energy, we need a bunch of logistic pipe stuff. Oh, that's a power line which I need to move away. Let's work on moving it away now, I guess. Jesus Christ, this pickaxe is incredible. He pretty much one-shots several blocks of dirt at once. It shows no mercy. Look at this, it was one click. Holy fuck, my man. It's funny how these chill streams always end up being like a moment of me ranting about work ethics or society, or they shouldn't be for that. They should be chill streams. Why the fuck am I there complaining about like how cities should be built and the taxation amounts and god damn it. Is this gonna be just a continuous thing as long as I do these streams? Am I just gonna be rambling about how taxation rates work and taxes are good actually or some shit like that? I feel it's gonna be like that. This pipe needs to be moved over. But it's gonna be moved probably by me using other stuff very soon. So I need to use more universal cables, I guess. Because they are really cheap to make. I want an energy acceptor here. And I want an energy cell in here. Energy cell. And this is gonna come I should also make some sort of like battery. There's something that says stored. This can store 4 million RF. 4 million RF is something. How much can a BatBox store? A BatBox can store 40k. That's 1,600,000. Let's make 1 HV capacitor for now. Block of lead, steel, 3 steel, planks. Sure, actually, not expensive whatsoever. I could make 2 of them actually. Do I have any aluminium? Aluminium around? I like aluminium. Iron thing. Then I will need aluminium. Treated planks. God damn it, I didn't think of that. Okay. I didn't think of the treated planks. We are so close to get our cables there. I might as well dump a few more iron. I will need 4 iron for coal. Oh, these guys are actually overfilled on power. This is why I want a battery. Because these guys now aren't really using the steam as much as they should. And if it begins to rain or something like that, we will actually be out of power. We might risk that, so. need 3 stairs, so that would be 6 iron and 12 coal. Yikes, I can't clean up my inventory. Let me do this very unfashionable move and just clean it up in the ugly way. So now this block is carrying energy. What we need now is to make a bunch of quartz cables. The issue is that actually I don't want to do that because this is gonna be transferred by another controller. So I want actually to use a detachment thing, I think. Yeah. Oh, but that's not hard to do. Because I can put a controller here. Well, I could send... Oh yeah, I can do it, because there I'm gonna put my storage system, so yeah, sure. So if I'm putting my storage system there, I need to make some... let's work with some dense cables for now. I need to make... fuck. I'm gonna go for Fluix at the moment. Right. Can I make them normally? I'm sorry, can't I make smart cables or something? Okay, covered cable Fluix. Yikes. Wait, but that's... Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Fluix is... not the generic color. How stupid I am. I think gray or black is the generic color. Or trolling, right? Alright, how is one supposed to make a dense cable then? Black, what is the generic? Fluix. What? I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Smart cable wise. Smart cable Fluix. Oh, sorry, but isn't the smart cable through exist? Wait. What? Oh, I'm stupid. No, yeah, right. Because covered cable, glass cables transmit channels still. What doesn't transmit channels is there's like a quartz cable, whatever the fuck it's called. It looks like a tiny little shitty thing. Yeah, quartz fiber. Quartz fiber only transmits power, it doesn't transmit data. Oh, I'm stupid. Should also work on our project. That's really simple to make, actually. 3 by 3 by 3 hollow. So that's 26. 26 times 5. 30. 130. 26 times 4. 424. 80. 104. So I need 104 in clay and 164 sand. Question, can I crunch these into sand? Perfect. As for clay, I'm just gonna go to the quarry place. I need 26 blocks of this. Oh, thank God I can craft it back into clay with this massive bit and I can break the clay block each time. I hate that. That's some dumb shit. The fact you have to break clay blocks with your hand whenever you craft them. What's the point? I never understood that. Like, why would I want to break with my own hand when I can just, you know, like, I can craft them. Can I... A wildcard combo I didn't expect? Me playing Minecraft? I suppose. It's not that crazy, I feel, right? I feel like everybody and their mother played Minecraft at one point. But yeah, like I was saying, like I said at the beginning of the stream, well, first and foremost, sorry, I'm being extremely rude. First and foremost, welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your stay. Second, I kinda don't want to risk burning myself out on Monster Hunter by playing For You. Because For You is a game that, especially in these parts I'm getting to, requires a bit of effort and thought put into it. Goddamn it, thought put into it. And I don't want to risk myself burning out before Wilds comes out, so I'm just gonna play Minecraft until Wilds drops, except the weekends. Weekends are gonna be Monster Hunter with Tia, always. So we're just kinda enjoying some Minecraft, you know? Put on some lo-fi Pokemon or whatever. Just enjoying our time, vibing. Moisturized in my lane. Unbothered. Yes, Tia? Why are you so confused? Blam 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 blam. Yeah. Speaking of blam 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 blam, I'm not sure how to feel about Gallants in Wilds. Like, the moveset seems to be crazy good for normal shelling, But wide feels to be wildly nerfed. Haha, get it, because wilds. Because you don't want to burst on wide, and those ones are bursts. So I'm a bit confused as to how you're gonna play the wild shelling type. Especially because that combo gives you 2 stakes, and usually Wyvern stakes used to be really good on wide. There is a bit of a... Like, I don't get how you're supposed to play that weapon, that shelling type now. Maybe you don't care? Like, maybe you just burst anyway, even though it's gonna be reduced damage. I don't fucking know. Something just doesn't seem to be right. That's what I'm trying to say. Normal kinda doesn't care. You're gonna have less shells, so you don't get the bonus, but every shell does more damage, so you should be fine regardless, I feel. Well, hammer changed a bit though, I feel, right? Chimney? I feel like hammer got some big changes in wilds. You have that interesting option of like blowing the floor to dash forward and so on. That's gonna open up some interesting combos for sure. Play hammer or not. Honestly, I feel like horn is gonna be very used. It's gonna risk being used more than sorry, it might be used more than other weapons in that game. And just because horn is inherently strong due to the fact you can kinda just put it in the back. So you can just, you know, swap in 2 few songs and then put it back. That doesn't make horn, like, per se a strong weapon, but it definitely opens up the weapon usage further. Even Capcom said they know horn is gonna be used like that, but they don't want to nerf that aspect of horn. I recall them saying instead they would rather buff the weapon, so people have more reasons to use the weapon for what it is instead of what it does. Which is a base take, honestly, you know? Yeah, they are not punishing people who maybe want to swap between horns, they want to make so that horn is better. Which is a good way to do it. Oh yeah, also depending on the songs that you can have on horn in wilds, double horning might be really interesting too. Because some horns have dog shit songs, but they have like attack up large and song refresh, which keeps the time going. But they also usually tend to be the highest raw horns, or have like the best sharpness values. Meanwhile, horns with weaker stats tend to have like more useful songs. So I can definitely see somebody grabbing a horn that has dog shit songs but incredibly good stats and refresh the songs they got from the actually buffing horn, so you can like chain both horns together. Sounds good, sounds good. Honestly, I'm not interested in either of the weapons, not because I dislike them. I have used my fair share of hammer in old gen, but I just you know, I'm just gonna stick to what I know. I'm just gonna stick to Gallons. I'm not the biggest blunt fan. I feel that blunt damage is actually more of an nerf than anything for a weapon. How many more do I need to make? I need to make 8 of them. 8 times 5, that's 14. Need 14 more. Copper. Like in a world where every weapon and their mother can KO a monster, namely sticky shell, sticky spam, or you know, CB, or sword and shield can. Having a weapon that can only do blunt damage sounds like a terrible downside, because you don't get to get tail breaks, for example. Sorry, tail cuts. And tail cuts tend to be one of the most annoying shit to get in those games. So you are recluding yourself from getting some specific cards for a very minute upside, namely being I can stun monsters sometimes. The longsword? I'm not sure if longsword is even hard in that game. I'm not gonna be my own classic self and say that longsword is a weapon that requires not a single thought in your mind. I definitely don't expect. Hammer is fun bonking time for sure. Like I enjoy how it looks, I enjoy smashing skulls in with a hammer. But when I think about how the game actually plays out and what gets, you know, what actually works and what actually doesn't, I feel that since 5th gen, Hammer has been on the sewer slide watch, if you get what I'm saying. Old Greatsword was based in true. I don't like, they kinda ruined it in World in my opinion. The whole bullshit several times of charging is just fuck, man. You made the game faster, and then you made the greatsword damage actually more annoying to dish out. What is wrong with you, man? To be fair, I don't think they were thinking for a half of 5th gen. Okay, now if I put some coal inside, I should be able to get videos. I don't think that anybody at Capcom was thinking while they were making that game. Monster Hunter feels still solid compared with the rest of the series. Like if you put Monster Hunter World in the middle of all of the other games, it feels kinda out of place. Rise feels closer to Frontier and Genu in a way. But World is like... it feels almost clunky like the first gens. It almost has that Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 clank. But then you have the quality of life thing. And that clashes with some bullshit like the deco grinding, etc. I don't get it. It's just a weird mix. And Wilds is probably gonna be closer to Worlds, so maybe we will have some sort of bridging game. Because it's not. You can't. Okay, so you can with some effort, but Gen 5 AI is a fucking mess. Like, so you can learn the AI, but for example, Word AI is garbage doo-doo caca. I have never seen a monster reliably do things in that game. They mostly get interrupted, they begin to move randomly, they roar, every 0.5 second. Something is just off in that game, you know? No, yeah, the furnace heater doesn't hit it. Fair enough. So Gen 5 doesn't feel about positioning at all. Especially with Galleons. Galleons in World, I literally felt like I could be sitting anywhere. And since I had like max level guard, I wouldn't give a shit about any attack ever. Meanwhile in Rise, positioning is a bit more relevant, but the monsters track so much, you kinda just... You just have to use your funny move. Wait, does that creosote count for flanks? I think it's called True Charge Slash, but yeah. It's not even a Charge Slash, because it's like several layers of Charge Slash. I don't know, man. I feel like Capcom was cooking with that one, but there was nobody to feed. Capcom is cooking, keep them in the kitchen. 3 plus 2, that's 5, 3, 8. 2 cubes of redstone, please. Well, we just got power outed right the fuck now. Because it's raining at the moment. So we are pretty much just out of power for the time being until it stops raining. What is this not? Did I fuck up something? I'm missing something. HP. Ah, block of lead. I'm stupid. As well as picking the game we can physical style. Well, yes but no, actually. I feel that Insect Glaive, yeah, definitely was it as the strongest in for you. Not even. It was definitely strong in for you, for sure, like, no doubt about that. But a Genu aerial doesn't substitute Insect Glaive, because Glaive in Genu gets access to Valor, maybe Adept, like there are some really good styles for Glaive. And Aerial, yeah, definitely covers a place that Glaive does. Fuck, do I need a hammer for this? Goddammit. Like, I don't feel there is that much competition because, at least, I never cared about the aerial of Insect Glaive. I mostly cared about the buff and the infinite ground combo. And Genu pretty much just pushes you towards using the infinite ground combo further. Like, there are styles that literally weaken your aerial game in favor of, you know, other stuff. Just don't play Striker, please. Striker removes your infinite combo. Adept, for example, kinda nerfs your Insect too. Also, Genu changed how the Insect works, so now it's actually more bearable. The Key Insect was horrible in for you because you had to pretty much grow it with you. Like, you couldn't do shit about that before then. is this thing not pushing out in that direction? So now we have 8 million RF we can store. Once it stops raining. So. But yeah, like I definitely feel that Genio Glaive was way better. At least it was better designed than For You Glaive. For You Glaive was literally just yeah, but the issue is that if you are in the air in Gen 5, you're actually a weaker target. In Ward, mounting, like in Ward, aerial attacks give you huge hitboxes, so you're gonna be hit a lot in midair. In Rise, it feels like every monster knows you're in the air because of the wire bug, and they have like aerial moves, or they have like the roar. Roar just literally sends you away and breaks your aerial combos. Also, yeah. No, I'm not a Glaive player, by the way. Don't tell me that. I'm not a Glaive player. Don't insult me like that. I'm not French, thank you. I definitely am in nowhere close to a Glaive player. No, but I feel like Insect Glaive definitely had a bit more interesting design in Genio. Because in the end, like, people can say what they want, but the whole playstyle of spamming mounts so you can do percent damage is just a boring playstyle. Because all you are doing is just abuse the fact that in lower ranks mounting is piss easy. And you just mount the monster over and over until you pretty much kill it. The moment the mounting becomes harder due to G rank or high rank. Long bowgun main, Sherilyn. Bowgun. I got to say, I do enjoy bow for sure, in Genio, mostly. Well, only in Genio. Genio bow is amazing, and I kinda enjoy my light bowgun here and there. Whenever I play light bowgun though, it's mostly just status, so you know. I have my silly builds that like spam para shots or poison shot or sleep shots so people can... When does medium bow come? I wish, right? Well, nobody took try away from you, so you can just go and enjoy try. That's also an option. I wish they brought that kind of style for bowgun back, but I get why they don't want it back. It feels a bit too spreadsheety, and it's not like the most... it feels like another game, you know. Like, every other weapon is one weapon you make from monster parts, so that you have one weapon from that monster. Meanwhile, bowguns become a mishmash of parts you make from one monster, and not every monster makes all kinds of parts, so you have to, like, get what parts that monster makes, and then you have to somehow spreadsheet your way through. Oh, this part gives me this, but with that stuff... Oh, well, as its weapon class, it wouldn't do, like, it wouldn't be relevant. Medium bowgun has to exist only because there is bowgun kits. I would love to see actually bowgun kits applied to every weapon, but only on like a specific weapon. So kinda like rampage weapons, except you actually visibly change the model. So let's say you have a greatsword. Well, it's easy with a bowgun, but let's say you have a greatsword. You can change like the blade, and the blade does give you raw. Maybe the handle gives you something like a skill. You know, I wish there was something like that. For example, the tower weapons in Frontier let you customize them, but the issue is that they don't change visually. I would love to see something like Bogan kits, but for one weapon per type. Like, for example, dual blades would be really easy. You have the blades, you make 2 separate blades with like a few different parts. It works better on guns, of course, you know. You want ring blades with a bit of split requirement? I mean, ring blades could easily be like, you know, a dual blade model. Like, they could be just a dual blade type. The hunting boomerang was a cool concept too. Heavier bowgun. So basically gallons. Ring blades will be dual blades for sure. I'm sad we missed on tonfas in Rise because tonfas were an aerial weapon inspired on Japanese stuff, and Rise was an aerial game based on Japanese stuff, so tonfas were a perfect target for that game. But they didn't. They even brought Frontier things, but they didn't bring tonfas, which is incredibly sad to me because that was the occasion to get tonfa. It's just an artillery piece. Yeah, gallons. That's what I said. I don't want to see Magnet Spike. Magnet Spike is a bit too much. I would like to see I would like to see Switch Scale Saga in white for sure. If you're asking me what I'm doing, I'm just waiting for the rain to be over. How does Gallant's arcade shot? You see, you don't aim with Gallants. You just put your barrel towards the monster. Oh, actually, anti-monster rifle? Yeah, it's called Heavy Bogan. It's called Gallants. You see, Nobunaga, you don't have to arc your shot if you are barrel stuffing the monster's mouth. Think about that. Think, Nobunaga. Think. Why should I aim if I'm literally shoving the barrel down the monster's throat? Think, Nobunaga. I don't got aim shit if the monster is swallowing the gun. Okay, day is coming. Very good. The rain is over. So now the steam immediately begins to flow. And the dynamos are back at full power. Which is really good. So now my batteries are being charged. Of course, there's a bit of a oopsie-doopsie by doing this, because those machines should be there. Maybe these batteries will be moved eventually. Anyway, we need to make more glass cable. And then we need to make them covered and so on. We need seed. Do we have flax seeds? I need to make a shovel. Is there a hoe I can make? It's a mattock. What if we could put some Dragonator in the bar that you came so in the schedule and get some pale steaks to grill up your wyvern for it? That's an option. Yeah, what if we made a lance that shot explosives? Jokes aside, you're still describing Gallants if you think about it. Wyvern steak is that. Well, Wyvern steak, technically, you can't shoot it inside. It's kind of a Dragonator, you know. Oh, I already made that pattern, I'm stupid. Whatever. Can I somehow uncrop? No, I can't uncrop the pattern, god damn it. die from ward. You absolute dolt. I have 0 modifiers, right? That's okay. Could I make Angmalen? I think I have Angmalen. Let's make an Angmalen handle. Speaking of stake, I don't know how to feel about the Wyvern stake, so... It was a Gen 5 feature added for a reason I can't understand yet. I think it can do sever damage, so I suppose it was made to help artillery builds with sever damage. Because if you shell, you usually don't poke unless you're doing normal or whatever. And when you're doing normal, you aren't staking. So I guess that the Wyvern stake was supposed to be a severing help, because it does do cutting damage that scales on artillery, even though it's not that crazy damage. I think that's what it was supposed to be in Ward. The issue is that it's incredibly slow to pull off. Like, I feel that if you were to Wyvern stake in Ward, you were opening yourself for a giant ass whooping. Like, staking Ward takes longer than me waking up to actually work. Damn. 0 to 320, 0 to 320, okay. I'm gonna leave a wooden floor there. Now, we need to make a little farm for flax. We need flax because of the stream. And then we got Rise where the stake got interesting, because Rise had a few ways to quick stake. It was also slower if you didn't quick stake, by the way. Like, you either quick staked. If you don't quick stake in Rise, you're actually eating shit. I feel like I should use crops for this. Is this working? Ah, sick. But also the stake in Rise can KO, which is good. I appreciate that, not gonna lie. So we need to make glass cable to begin with. I don't remember how to make fluids. So we need to make a quartz fiber. And then, they should have some quartz fiber arraying around. Yes, we do. And I guess 2 fluix crystals. Okay, so this is 9 glass cable now. To make them better, you should be doing... This is coloring, I don't care about coloring that. We need to make them covered, and then with the covered, you go into 4 of them to make a dense cable. Jesus. Well, that's unfortunate. That means I'm getting way less cables than what I actually wanted to get. Man, Applied Energetics is incredibly expensive. This is normal glass though. This is... I can use Certus Quartz Dust? Sheesh. Sure. $630. I need to make 30. Well, fuck you too, I guess. There you go. 30 sanities. I need to remove the auto backup function. We are slowly getting power back. Super Ultra Combo 2023. So Nobunaga, what's the Super Ultra Combo 2023? Is that some sort of like streaming event? Tia is a boomer, so Tia has like the recap from 2023. I'm gonna be able. Today I decided to be able. Yeah, I feel my mistake already. So this power line goes beneath here. It goes there. And then from there it goes here. The issue is that the battery is after this. So since we're using the pulverizers now, the pulverizer isn't using the battery. And the power is being diverted to the battery before the pulverizer. Because that's kind of how Minecraft works. Minecraft is stupid like that. It should equally split the power distribution, but he's not doing that. Like, electricity works in the way that you should be having like half of the power distribution there, but it doesn't work like that. It's just kind of doing whatever it wants. Yeah. Well, this machine is gonna be moving away soonish, so that's fine. I'm gonna also move this battery. So I kind of want my power actually to be exposed because I kind of want to use I don't think I can expose. I can expose that one, but nothing further. God damn it. And the other power line goes through here. Once I make the base look cooler, I will have like glasses in here so everybody can see the power lines running beneath a layer of glass. Man, you're so fucking slow though. I need at least 12 now. Fuck you call me. I don't know, what did they call you, Tia? I have no idea what you're talking about, Tia. Did I call you a good Gallants player? My best streaming buddy? What has gotten you so upset? I don't understand. Actually, fuck that. Let's just. I have some shit. You boomer, right? I'm not a boomer. I definitely reside in the millennial section of the world, which is rather unfortunate. Right. I never saw somebody getting this angry, holy shit. Right, you have no power at the moment. Shalom. Come here. Boomerat. Come on, kid, there is no reason to be this angry. Nah, I got the biggest grin. Good. I wouldn't want to spoil your day by calling you what you are, you know. Boomer. I mean, you own a house, so you must be a boomer, right? No new people own houses. You shall impale. Are you a Lance player? Speaking of, how does Lance feel in Wild? I know that Lance has been on a bit of a weird trajectory. They change it often, kinda like Gallus. I did like it in Portable Third. My bones have been boomed enough. Yeah, have mercy. Well, now I won't care because in Wilds there is literally no downside, like you can't hit other players, so... Rip all of the Hammer players. Only just 30 but has a 28. Damn. That's actually impressive. I know it shouldn't be. But we reached the point where having a house at the age is like, damn, guy. What did you do? Did you rob a bank? For real? Can I try this stance if they said if single change it and forget that we were angry capable against counter wars thinking we don't care. I see. Well, whenever I played Lance, I think in Portable Third I did use the counter a fair bit. I don't know how it works in the newer games, but in Portable Third it has this move where you charge up by holding shield plus the triangle. And if you get hit during that, you immediately counter that. And I think that the longer you hold it for, the better it is. I'm not sure. So you can kind of poke, and then yeah, this one's still in. I should get rid of it in white. I see. I mean, maybe for something better, right? Sometimes moves get removed, and that's sometimes they give you something for the better. You know? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm fucking... I was gonna say the R word again. Always directed towards me, by the way, but still. I know it can be said on Twitch, but still. This doesn't do anything. Oh, that's annoying. Because whenever I do 3 pokes, for example, I almost never triple poke. Well, damn, you know, that's crazy. They would expect people to live in like 3 families in that spot now. Definitely one of those houses with several floors to it. So we need to find a ship. I don't want kids. I mean, the possibility of you know, giving them a good place is still to be valued, you know, even if you don't want them. Let's say you change idea, at least you have the place for them, you know. That's something that sadly now many people can't even guarantee. Which is stupid beyond belief, like... God. I was gonna go on a politics rant again. Can I stop going on a politics rant for more than... Can I avoid getting into one for like 5 seconds in a row? This is not a normal wargen. This is a mining biome. You enter it with a special portal. Mining biomes is a biome with super flat, high super flat with Ks, like you're saying. Always day. Technically doesn't rain, but it's still rainy weather regardless, kind of like in a desert. You can... I don't think you can find emeralds. And there is no hostile spawns. Which is pretty much where I decided to set up my base, because... yeah. Yeah, it's really neat, especially when you're in a mod pack where you actually want to do shit instead of fighting with mobs and trying to find places to make your base and so on. Now, okay, let's go on a politic rant for a second. Like, I technically... Maybe. A Twitch house doesn't inherently sound bad. Because to me it's just a house. It just depends on how you feel, like how you vibe with the people. Like, you can have a Twitch house, but, you know, be completely chill because you know the people very well since a long time ago and you vibe with them, etc. But if you get pretty much brought in a house, you don't know anybody there, and those people maybe don't have the same standard as you, or try to skim, you know, chores and so on, then yeah, it's bad. But yeah, let's go on a random politics rant. Woo! So I technically should be center left-ish, but I'm not sure anymore. Like when I took tests back then, I was there, but who knows? So my idea is that, like, this situation of people not being able to afford houses is crazy. Because if they can't afford a house... No, yeah, absolutely. Those ones are the other second example I made. But yeah, if you can't afford a house, so you basically are homeless. There are other options, but let's consider you are homeless. You can't take care of yourself, like, you know, your looks, etc. 100%, 99% of the jobs and 100% of those that are on site require you to be well kept and so on, because you have to interact with people. Why is there a portal there? So if you can't keep yourself well and interact with people, I don't know how you can get a job. Since you can't get a job, you can't get money to get your house. So you basically pretty much are being a weight on the economical system, because now taxpayers have to, you know, provide for you. Because I definitely support the idea of providing welfare checks, etc., to people that are in a shit position. Not because the poor people, but mostly because if you don't shove them in the economy wheel, they are not ever getting in the economy wheel. And the country needs taxes to go to work, so you know, you need people working, else you ain't getting taxes. Without taxes, you ain't doing shit, my guy. So definitely invest money into people, because they are gonna pay you back. Not in the immediate time. It's an investment after all. But shit. If you put zero money in the people, how do you expect people to be putting money in your government, right? I don't know where this position resides. I do feel I don't have any outlandish takes or anything, honestly. It's just how fucking economy works, right? I love talking about economy while I'm shitting ships in Minecraft. But yeah, those YouTube houses you are thinking about is mostly a company grabbing a bunch of people. Maybe some of the group knows each other, but it's not like everybody is very intimate with the entire group. Maybe it's like one or two of them, they live together, like they have spent time together, etc. And they know a few people, but you know, the two groups don't mesh well. And you're always ending up with some sort of like discrepancy, because you have people that are like, you know, they're a bit more aloof with their chores, and the other ones want the thing to be done, but the other ones don't. Should make it auto. Auto shear? Well, I only need wool for now. I don't think I will need it for a long as well. You know. That's the reason I put flax on the ground to farm it. But yeah, I just kinda want to break these shears, honestly. But yeah, honestly, I don't think that my idea is that crazy. I don't know what it sits anymore, because the political sides have been flipped over and over. Can a country finally invest in the people, so they are gonna get something in return? Or are we still against the idea of investing into people? And then we act surprised when those people that have no money can't pay taxes, so you have to pay more taxes. Like, you know, in the end, somebody will have to pay taxes. If it ain't them, it's you. So. Honestly, I kind of dislike how these lo-fi mixes have like 10 songs at best, and then they loop them over and over. Like, shit, you have a 3 hours mix? Put all of the fucking songs in. Like, come on, why are you doing like 5 songs, 10 songs, and just looping them? Also, for the records, I'm using a lo-fi mix thing because I'm not sure what's the copyright policy on songs during streams, because I never put them. And in theory, remixes should be escaping the copyright. Well, okay, the creator of the lo-fi mix could actually, you know, have some problems with that, but Jesus Christ, man. Come on, Flux things, grow. I actually should be able to make a watering can. Watering can? More like watering cannot. Stone in the bowl? That's good. Ah, it's peaceful mode only, okay. I should dump some iron inside. I'm sorry. How does one make balls now? With slabs. Okay. I don't remember them being made with slabs, but I totally believe you, game. Anyway, is there some movies you people are excited about? I have found that it's really hard to be excited about movies lately, so... It might just be me though, you know. No, not really. What big movies even around to be released, to be fair though? Usually February is not the season of big crazy movies or anything, so... I know that the Bad Boys movie was good. And I did like the Bad Boys movies. Maybe I could have gone and watched that. Jurassic Park next year. Is that the one where they... No, I think that's the old one. Is that the one where, like, a girl, whatever, actually is doing the research? And some dude who actually made the Jurassic Park stole her research? Or is that the plot of the last one they made? Because that one was a bit of a dumb shit. Rebirth or something, oof. Cliche title, not gonna lie. Also, Jurassic Park, just go play Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch and 3DS. You can beat up Glavenus. And you can also go na ra 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 ra. Oh, fuck you, man. So the watering can is crazy good. It's kind of like bone meal, but not really. It's infinite, so... Hard eyes, killer on. I think that sounds nice. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember ever a Valentine movie being good. It's usually some slop made for couples, you know. And they try to mount on the Valentine train to sell you something. What the fuck? Why does my phone have to vibrate this much? Why are you vibrating this hard? What the fuck is going on? Ah, my mom. Okay. Hard ties killer. Yeah. It sounds like some Valentine's love. Man, my mom is lucky. Now she is residing in France since these last months. And where she is, it's actually a better weather than us, where I'm living. It's like 6 or 7 Celsius difference. For Fahrenheit, it's like what? 10 Fahrenheit of difference or so? Maybe 12. It's a bit hard to judge because Fahrenheit has the issue where... I think it's 12. So Fahrenheit has the problem where you kinda have to subtract 32 and then divide by 2-ish to get a rough Fahrenheit estimate, because of course the stupidest scale. I'm sorry, you can't make a scale like Fahrenheit. The 0 is the freezing point of some water and salt solution that actually was proven to be wrong because the concentration was wrong, but they kept it anyway. And then the 100% is the temperature of the human body, which I get what you were trying to cook there, but then it's just damn, because you have like very little degrees, and every single degree it kinda has a huge value change. Like, no, sorry, there is a very small span actually. But that's how it changes the value. It's a dumbass. Jesus. Okay, only one meteorite entered. Nah. They really shouldn't be that. Nah, but like, I can understand what Fahrenheit was going for. So the Fahrenheit scale was made to be a more human degree, because the issue with Celsius scale, and I'm saying issue with huge quotation marks. The issue of Celsius is that in normal conditions, you will use like 0.30. 0 is even rare. You're gonna use like 6 to 30. And Celsius goes from minus 273.15 all the way to several millions or whatever. So you are not using the scale in a way. You're using this tiny sliver of the scale for where people actually live. So Fahrenheit was made to be a scale that actually served the people better. Sure. I mean, I get it. I disagree with it, but I get it. But then the math for Fahrenheit is just all over the place. Like, at least Celsius bases itself on like a proper foundation. It's like known values. Celsius is based around the water, which is like our most common element. When it freezes at a certain ambient pressure, it's 0. And when it boils, it's 100. And then you have degrees in between. I think the definition of Celsius also got changed a bit, because now there is some sort of relation to calories and so on. Like, for example, calories are the amount of energy you need to increase the temperature of a certain mass of water by 1 degree. Like, the advantage of I mean, they are both fine. I think they kind of convey the same thing properly. The higher the number, the faster you're going, right? More or less. Meanwhile, you have knots. Knots are way harder to understand because it's naval units. Naval units don't work the way we know, like the way they should, because on a map you have to account for the stretching due to the projections and so on, and it's just a fucking mess. Man, that was shit. That was so much stuff I put into some. I got like 12 cables. Holy fuck, cables are expensive. I'm gonna use this lower face here. I might actually set it different. Like, I don't know what kind of unit you would use if you don't like those, because that's how you express a velocity. It's the distance you travel and the amount of time you spend. Meter per second, yeah. And kilometers per hour or mile per hour work well because you instinctively, while driving, understand how much a mile is, how much a kilometer is, you know. I think they might be one of the most perfect measurement of units. Because you know, you instinctively know how much a kilometer is, and you are gonna know instinctively how, like, how much an hour feels, right? A scale that works very well by instinct is a good scale, in my opinion. Sorry, a good measurement unit, in my opinion. There are way worse units. Now, acceleration on the other hand, whoo, baby. Acceleration is not something you ever will understand. Okay, that's an American thing, straight up. In Europe, you have one size number for everybody. Yeah, of course, a shoe for women on a 39 is gonna feel different than a shoe for men on 39. 39 is like a small fit size-ish. 34 is like young kids in the close to 16 to 17 years. Average male foot is like 40 to 42. 43 and 45 is very rare. And women can kind of vary between 36 to 38 and so on. Just to give you an idea of the number value. But that kind of size is not a measurement unit, in my opinion. It's just something they tried to decide to make some conformity. And it's a pain when you have to switch between systems, like you want to buy bras, for example. Bras are a mess, because if you buy them from another country, then you have to learn how their system works. For example, here we use like a letter and a number system. So, for example, A, B, C, D, E is like... I think it would be the width of your chest. So A, you are rather thin. A to G, you are very wide, which also can mean, you know, you are physically big, like, you know, your sternum, your ribs, they are big. Meanwhile, first to sixth or so on is like the cup size. So if you are a third A, you have a rather thin body, but you have a third for cup, which is probably gonna be looking very big on you. Meanwhile, a third on an F size, it's not gonna look as impressive, because yes, you have a bit of cup, but your ribs are so big that, yeah. Namely, they use width for the straps, I suppose, and the cup size is for, you know, the actual bra filling. What annoys me is that shirts use the S, M, XS, XL size, but pants use numbers. So for example, you could wear S size shirts, but then your pants are gonna be like 38, which makes no sense, right? Like, why don't you go one thing fits all? I get bras, but shit, man, just give me letters for both pants and shoes. Sorry, for both pants and shirts. Like, what's the point of giving me letters for one thing and then numbers for the other one? You are just being a prick about it. One day, Tia, you will have to explain me what the fuck is a fluid ounce. Like, how the fuck do you calculate those shit? Because I don't understand how you can have ounces, fluid ounces, and so on. Isn't ounce a measurement of volume? And why would they be different? No, yeah, absolutely. I usually wear L for shirts because I like my shirts to be. So I mean, I'm big myself, no doubt about that. But I also like my shirts to be comfy, so I would like to wear an L whenever possible. But when I buy hoodies, I guess it would be. Is that hoodies? Is the name hoodies? Yeah, because they have a hood. Yeah, hoodies. When I buy hoodies, I really like my hoodies to be XL because I want them to be extra cozy. And cozy, bigger is cozy. So. It looks like the rain is going to go away soon. No? Are we out of power? Yes, we are. Yeah, but this capacitor is still holding up rather well. I might have to charge some extra things. Well, now I kinda want some Certus fiber. $22 divided by 3, that's 21, 7, 21. I need to make 7. 7 times 6. That would be 42. Ah, fuck, but the issue is that I don't have any power at the moment. Could I cheat by moving my pulverizer forward? I guess I'm gonna do it. Probably gonna use glass cables and quartz fiber, whatever the fuck it's called. Does quartz fiber still transmit power? I think it should. Well, we'll see it soon. There we go. Oh, nice. Piece of candy. I actually don't know if quartz fiber can connect to quartz fiber. No. Wait, what the fuck? No, that doesn't feel right. I'm afraid that quartz fiber has to connect to Fluix cables. God damn it. Whatever. I need 3 normal quartz. Today I can say a bit extra. Just to let you know, Tia. So if you want to yap with me, you are more than welcome. I know you usually have dinner. Wait. Why aren't you supposed to be out by now? Usually you leave at like 10 p.m. for me. Is it because they are asking you to stay extra or? 'You're driving right now. Gotcha. But yeah, I'm gonna stay extra today. I think maybe 40 more minutes. Because yeah, tomorrow I'm not gonna be going to work, so fuck it. Just a disclaimer, I did tell my boss, I did make a request. I don't remember if he accepted it yet, but sucks for him if he doesn't accept it, right? I have like 100 something hours of paid leave I can take. I did warn him a day in advance. Tomorrow there shouldn't be anything relevant to do. Well, when I asked him, there wasn't. Now there is some trouble, but that's none of my concerns, you know? 12, 18... Yeah, that would be 6 of them. 6 times 6, that's 36. Yeah, all of this hand goes. Drive safely, by the way. Especially with snow. So this thing we don't want. No, this thing we want to use, yeah. And we'll have to make different colors soon. I should actually move this controller further away. Putting it close here is actually a bad idea. So for people that don't know this mod, I mean, whoever played modded Minecraft might know it well, Applied Energistics, but I'm not sure how much UT have played modded Minecraft, or Nobunaga if he's still around, if they are still around. I think Nobunaga is a guy, right? Anyway, Applied Energistics is a really interesting mod because it was the first mod, I think. Well, kinda. Let's say it was the first mod to remove the use of storage blocks, as in chests and so on, because it lets you save your items on a single item called a disk. Pretty much it's like saving files on your PC. Every item consumes a certain amount of space. Depending on the disk size, you can store more of that item or those items. And disks are limited by an X amount of types. So you can have like 63 different types per disk of items. Not a ton of like unique mods though. Yeah, fair enough. I'm playing with a lot of unique mods, but Applied Energistics is like the most generic one. The advantage of Applied Energistic is that your storage technically doesn't consume many blocks because you can store incredible amount of items in one block, namely a disk drive. Downside, the system runs on energy. If you're out of energy, you can't access your items, which is not a small downside. Other downside, it's a bit hard to get into because Applied Energistic uses a channel system. So how channels work is that controllers can handle 32 channels per phase. So 32 times 6, that would be 168? 192. Close. I forgot one phase. You can handle 192 channels. What are channels? Every single machine in the mod is a channel. So an inscriber uses a channel. A vibration chamber uses a channel. Pretty sure that some things require 8 channels or 2 channels. It's very rare though. So you have to make your net in a way that you use the least amount of channels you can. Or if you have to use a lot of channels, you need to set up a system that lets you work with a bunch of channels. Which is what I'm working on right now. Because Applied Energistics is a mod that if you can get early, which is gonna be hard, no doubt. It's an expensive mod, made to be usually late-ish game. It can give you a lot of advantages. Namely, Applied Energistics is one of the mods that lets you autocraft. And autocrafting is an incredibly comfy feature. You can completely drop the necessity of having to handle most recipes in the game with autocrafting. And if you are good at designing your networks and working with some finicky shit, you can pretty much automate anything. Depending on the mod pack you play, autocrafting can have a major impact or a lower impact. It mostly depends on how many steps you have per recipe. So if you're playing vanilla, usually most items are rarely chained recipes. So for example, a hopper is a chest, and that chest is wood, to give you an idea. You can make recipes for wood into planks, planks into chest, chest into hopper. So that would be like 4 steps. In some mods, you can have, especially in some mod packs I've been playing, you could have easily around 12 to 30 steps per recipe. Which is not something that you want to do by hand repeatedly. Maybe if you do it one time, sure. If you do it by hand, always, nah, no thanks. I would rather not. And I've been playing some mod packs, namely Skyblock Infinity Evolved, which is supposed to be an expert level pack, where most mods work in a sort of chain. So you begin with one technic mod, the technic mod gives you things you need to use to make the other stuff, and maybe it branches into 3 different mods, and all of those 3 mods make different components that you need for another mod. And maybe at first the beginning mods give you advantages, namely, I don't know, you need to make wires. You can make them by hand, which you will at first, but they are very inefficient. Like, you consume way more resources to make them. But once you get the first machines that make wires, it's more efficient. So it's a mod pack that heavily branches out in different technic mods, and you need most of them, if not all of them, to make components for the later machines. And some recipes can require up to 800 different 800 items, namely 400 iron, 100 glowstone, something like that. And there is several steps and several machines. So instead of you just going around, putting item in the thing, waiting, putting item in the thing, etc., you can automatically decide to do that. You can also make it so that it automatically restocks. That's nice. Rimworld is definitely something I can see being very moddable, because Rimworld is such an open-ended game. Project Zomboid, I don't know how much you can, can you do technique stuff in Project Zomboid, right? I think that the mods in Project Zomboid are gonna be following more the theme, so I fully expect like maybe more survival-related stuff, maybe some new places you can explore. Meanwhile, mods in Rimworld can be fucking anything. Rimworld is a scary ass crazy game. Also, it's called Rimworld, but I don't see any anyway. Crafting ones are out of steps. Yeah. Can you automate crafting in Project Zomboid somehow? I don't think that's the scope of the game, right? Because it's a survival game, so maybe they don't want you to auto-craft. We could go a bit faster, but that would require more quartz. Let's go to the quarrying place where we're going to go. How's it going? I feel like something is blocking my quarrying. Because it's being incredibly slow for no reason. Oh, I think we're almost done, by the way. No, yeah, we are reaching the end. So now it's gonna touch bedrock very soon, and once it touches bedrock, it's gonna stop and come back up. And go to another place. Also, if you noticed, I don't get those weird missing chunks anymore. Because I installed a mod called Fastcraft. Fastcraft is kinda like Optifine in a way. Except it should be, in theory, more unstable. And it shouldn't be supported by many mods, and it doesn't have shaders or stuff like that. And yet, Fastcraft isn't giving me any crashes for now. Maybe I'm just lucky. And it's helping the frame rate a lot, and also those rendering glitches a lot. Meanwhile, Optifine was causing crashes often. Let's see, did you touch any bedrock? Yeah, sure, fucking idea. Yeah, see, it touched the first bedrock and stopped. So now we have to mine through all of these ourselves, which is not bad, you know, just... We'll get our pickaxe down and begin to work. I should have installed the mod that makes bedrock flat. There's a mod where the bedrock becomes flat at a certain level, so you don't have this issue. It's fine. Also, I really like this feature of factorization. If somebody ever asks me, wait, how can you pick up cobblestone with your hand? There is this mode called factorization, which I showed before. It's the one that also lets us have the Steam wheel gig and the Steam heating thing with these mirrors. Factorization is an inherent feature where the last, I don't remember, 5 blocks you placed, you can break by hand, and if you do so, they break incredibly fast. And they also literally pop the item in your inventory. So let's say you build something, you see it's out of place, and you want to move it away. No problem. You just break the item with your hand. If you use a tool, you don't get the thing. It has to be by hand. But that's a great feature, actually. I wish Minecraft had that, because sometimes you just fuck up your placing. I'm pretty sure it also works with glass. Like if you fuck up glass and you break it by hand, you get your glass back without breaking it properly. We might try it in a sec. I don't know what exploded. Oh, that's the sound of a meteor, actually. A meteor from another mod. I should go and check it, actually. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna be able to break bedrock in a while, so. Oh, now it's digging forward, I see. I suppose this query stops when it stops digging a 3x3 section of these squares. So I heard a meteorite. What is the meteorite at though? I don't see it. Could it be somewhere around here? It has to be a meteorite from HPM. Nah. I see diamonds. Tech reborn. Nah. Well, I'm gonna yoink the diamonds anyway. Well, one single diamond. Nah. Fortune 1, but I didn't feel really lucky, did I? I don't see where the meteorite landed, so... Maybe it landed that way. I also want to get this gravel ore. That's sort of aluminium. Like me some aluminium. Okay, so now it's digging cobblestone again. Ah, that's the meteorite. I can see it in the fog. That one, the one on fire. I need to remove these water sources because these ones are gonna be like a massive lag. 100%. Let me just burp. Let me empty my inventory a bit. There. Limestone. That's a lot of limestone, Jesus. Back to the base. This is an unlucky spawn. Okay, let's see if this works. In theory, it should. Boink. Yes. So these guys are not powered by the same thing. If you see, this network is just one cable, one quartz fiber, a resonator, so the growth accelerator, and a charger. So this is 34 22 usage. This one is 2 of them, so we're using 12. So basically, these networks are separated. If I were to put a normal fiber in between, we would have a red thing. Red thing means whoopsie doopsie, you fucked up. Because networks are very specific in how they work. A network can only have a controller or a hub of controllers. Hubs of controller can only be in a 7x7 square shape. Cube, actually, sorry. And they have some other extra rules of placement. They can only be like 2 adjacent per axis. You have to do some math to how to place them. These cables are normal glass cables. They are just there to transfer the power. In Fury, these quartz things transmit only power. The issue that the quartz fibers can't be chained, which is something I fucking hate. Like, what if I just want to transfer power only and don't care about the... If I don't want to transfer data and I want a cheaper alternative? Well, you can't. Really appreciate that, man. Man, all of the Tetrafactory 4 chunky ones? Jesus. Need to make way more of that. Way more of those ones. Eventually this is gonna come here and work on everything else. I want to make some 16k. 16ks are gonna be our storage cells. But there's gas storage? Nice. 16k components, 4k components, 1k components. Pure surface quartz crystal. Apparently any Certus quartz works for that. Good. Since any quartz works for that, we're gonna make a bunch of normal quartz. Or purify. Do I want to make dust? Well, we have 9 pure here already. Let's work on 1Ks for now. Storage comfort. No, that's fluid. Oh, but you need logic processors. Ooh, baby. How many do I need for a 16K? So you need 3 for a 4K. For a 4K you need... sorry. A 1K needs 1. Of course. For a 4K you need 3. You need 3 4Ks to make a 16K, I think, so that would be 9. Right? Because you can make 1K storage component into 4K into 16K. That would be 9. So I need to make 9 printed circles for that stuff. To make 9 of them, I will need 9 silicon. I might have something here already. I have 7 of them, which means I need to grab 2 cobblestone. Like, all of this shit is very annoying because I have literally no way to automate it at the moment. But we are working towards automating it. Once it gets automated, it becomes much, much quicker. So 2 sands become... I'm pretty sure they become silicon. Yeah. Now we are gonna grab this for a second. I'm gonna put it here, who cares. Now it should be illuminating with 1 channel. 0 to 32, really? I guess they don't use channels. They don't use channels because they don't transmit data. They only transmit power. Makes sense, I suppose. So that's good to know. Machines that only transfer power, that only use power, don't use data. I mean, thank God. I think it's a I think it's an engineering logic press. Pinto mi nombre. What's the thing? Logic. No, that's a silicon. Stupid. We will need a bunch of gold for that, though. I should have gotten some random ass gold around here. It's aluminium. That's 6 normal gold. I have some gravel gold though. No, I had a bunch of it as well. Man, did I finish it already? Man, gold really flies, huh? No, there it is. Okay, and storage component. Well, then we have 4 gold ingots here already. We go here. We're gonna use a silicon press, and then we're gonna drop our silicon in. That's gonna use a bunch of energy. Because this machine is using around 15 to 16 RF itself. Jesus, there is a bit of RF. Okay, and then we're going to use the logic press to make the gold thing once it comes out. We need 9 of them. Perfect. Okay, now we do the gold. I might need more steam actually, more steam engines, because I feel like it's not enough. Can I know with the angular transducer how much I'm using? No. All of this stuff is really annoying to do by hand. And then we'll need 9 redstone. Oh, we have 9 here. Yeah, sure. Perfect. 9 redstone. So we put in the logic circuit, silicon, and we do this. Man, this is so annoying to do by hand. Oh well. And I think I can't put this. No, I can put the silicon in first. Already matters. These things are really finicky. 48, 49, 50, 50. They don't seem to be setting 50 side? 48, 49, 50, 51. Okay. Maybe I can work something with Steve Factory Manager. Okay, so that's 9 of them. Which is good. Because I need 9. Now I need 36 pure quartz and 36 redstone. I have 9 pure quartz, so I need to make a bunch more. Let's go to the quarrying area. So to make 9, 25. So that means I need to go 12, 13. What if I just do 6? What if I just do 32? Whatever, right? Let's make 32 of them. So that means we are gonna make 64 pure. Egg. I need to clean up a bit. Don't need the logic presses for now. Better. I need a bunch of sand, so I'm just gonna grab a stack of sand and make it. I'm also probably gonna make more steam dynamos in the nearby future. How are you doing for power? Our power is constantly descending. Lovely. We are using way more than what we actually are generating. Because apparently 80 RF per tick is not enough. Plus whatever we have here. That's crazy actually. Oh, it's 160 RF is not enough? What? Oh, sorry, are you for real? Where's the power going? Yeah, this is burning 40, so that's half a generator. How much power are we burning here, sorry? 34. So that's 1 generator. And that's 12. And I think that 34 is actually summing that one up, because this thing is... No, actually, should go for 34. No, yeah. I'm so confused. Where's the power going then? If you are making 160, why is it not going there? How are we somehow losing? Is it charging the cables? No. It's like we are leaking power somehow, but we are making 160, like I said. Are we limited by rate on this thing? Are we throwing power out of out of the window? Is something else eating power? Shouldn't? I don't know, man. 64 seeds. Enjoy. This thing is not leaking power, it shouldn't be. 1598. Yeah, this should be good though. Because it's checking also the power from the other things. 6 RF, 22 RF. Ah, yeah, it's definitely checking also the 20 because 22 plus 12 there should be 34. So it's also it's also reading this consumption. But that shouldn't be enough to actually give us a decrease in power. We should actually be upstaging these things. Unless the universal cables aren't working as intended, they are outputting the power regardless. There is something which is amiss in here. Oh well, I'm gonna let the stack of sand finish its job. I mean, I'm almost done anyway, so... And I think also... yeah. Yeah, the song is pretty much over now. I'm gonna loop it just for the last minutes, just to not have an abrupt end. Because I bet this person abruptly ended the songs. Now it's increasing. Yeah, I kinda did abruptly end. Now this pulverizer, we are, I mean, yeah, of course we are charging, we are making double the energy we need. Something is off. Is this thing not producing? Ah, it is. Oh wow, that was a terrible actually cut. I thought the song ended and looped before then, but no, it looped right the fuck now pretty much. Wow. Whatever. Whatever. As long as this shit works, I'm fine. So we need to make the storage disks. So I'm gonna make a 16K because that would be 16,000 unique items and then 63 different types. So for example, if this chest contains 63 different types of items, that means the chest, that disk is gonna be full. But each one of them can be quite a lot. That means you can have 1,000 of each items, roughly. And that's gonna be one disk. A disk tray can handle 8 or 10, I don't remember. So that means that all of those chests are gonna go away in one single disk. And also you have like a unified interface you can access, which is rather comfy. Because you can search, you don't have to shuffle through chests, so... How are you doing? 32%. Is this thing charged? It looks pretty charged. %43%, Jesus. It takes ages to charge this thing. From what I remember, Leyden jars have an incredible amount of charge for what the mod is. The issue of Leyden jars is that you can only charge them with a certain amount of charge push through. Like, if your charge is really weak, it won't charge the thing. Because it's like such a little threshold that it doesn't work, more or less. To be blunt. Like, you need a lot of power to push through. But yeah, we kind of reach our 3 hours of stream, so I think this is gonna be it, actually. It has been a pleasant stream, I gotta say. Thursday, it's gonna be much the same, so yeah, expect much of the same on Thursday. Saturday, we'll be streaming with Tia, playing for some for you. Doing some Gamba, probably. Have a good night, Tia. Yeah, have a good night, too. We need to buy those guides, by the way, those AI slop guides. We definitely have to, Tia. I read like the first chapter because they let you read it. It's such shit because they don't know about the game. It's just casual shit just put there. I love it. Pout. let me be evil. I'm gonna be evil today. Also, you might expect a restyling of my stream. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen for Wilds, but like immediately, but there is gonna be some sort of restyle happening soon. So yeah, that's it. Have a good night, people. I hope you sleep well. Have a good evening and so on. Bye bye. Have a good